What I'm about to tell you is not scientifically proven, but it's a very special experience that I have had that is connected to handwriting and how much handwriting can boost not only your mental activity, but also just relax your whole body. And while you know that on this channel we cherish some of the most beautiful writing instruments ever made and the craftsmanship behind it and the stories and the makers and what collectors have to say, at the end of the day, it all comes to this beautiful act of writing, which in this digital era with Instagram, with TikTok, with WhatsApp, with emails is becoming more important than ever. It almost seems like we are in touch more than ever. We're connected more than ever, we're globalized more than ever, but mentally and philosophically, we've never been more detached one from the other, or even with ourselves, than we've been in history of humankind. And what I'd like to point out here is the importance of handwriting once again and how it helped me boost my recovery during a difficult week that I had. And it was actually 2 weeks ago, and I was going through a very intense phase of thinking, of conceptualizing things, of strategizing things. And I tend to do a lot of brainstorming within myself. I think a lot and I connect and I do a lot of association while I think. So a lot of ideas run through my head and of comparisons run through my memory while I'm in the process of thinking about something. And so you see, I wear this whoop. I do wear a watch, but I also wear a whoop. It tracks my recovery, it tracks my fitness, it tracks my sleep, it tracks my calories, the steps, the activities that I do. It tracks my blood oxygen. It's able to monitor stress. This is, by the way, it's not paid advertisement at all. I'm just telling you, I'm not even that happy of how big it is. So I'm even thinking about maybe switching to another one, which is the Oura Ring, but I'm still thinking about it. But that's not about that. It's about what I saw from what the Whoop was monitoring. And of course, I saw that through a period of like 3-4 days, my daily recovery wasn't doing that well. I seemed stressed. Even if I had enough sleep, I just wouldn't recover. I always had this so-called yellow recovery. Up until the moment, on one evening, I sat down on my desk, the desk that I showed you in one of my videos, and I started actually putting down, jotting down, writing down, journaling down, all of these ideas, thoughts, doubts, thinkings that I had done throughout the week. While I was doing so, of course, it was feeling good. I felt also a bit impatient. It happens that while I'm handwriting, I feel a bit impatient. Maybe I was on Instagram, I was on TikTok, I was on WhatsApp, I was communicating with people, and that brings, of course, the pace of the day very up. But then when you're writing, you actually have to be present in the moment and to enjoy that process of writing each single letter that then makes a word, that then makes a whole sentence. And while I started and was still stressed, I kept on writing, and it did feel relaxing and meditative and even energizing. I was finally putting all of my thoughts on paper, and once I had finished, after around an hour, I felt like, wow, I'm relieved, I'm happy, it's there now on paper. Would have never worked, not even worth a try, if I would have written everything on the computer. That would have actually probably enhanced my stress even further, because I would have felt like I have to be productive and maybe, let me go check an email in the meantime, whatever it is. And so after writing everything down, I just felt like, wow, that felt good. And listen, it was even a week or a day, that day that I did this journaling, where I wasn't eating very well. I did had a cheat meal, and so my recovery wasn't going to look awesome the next day. That's what I thought, and I was like, it's okay. I mean, I survived, I'm still here. But magically, what happened next day, that was on a Friday evening, is that on Saturday morning, I wake up after not even sleeping that much, not even eating that much, even having a little bit of alcohol, which doesn't help recovery, and I see a 93% recovery. Immediately, when I saw it, I connected it to handwriting. It's difficult to understand, it's not scientifically proven, but I remembered exactly how I felt the 3 days before, how I was waking up, how I felt right after handwriting, and then having this specific result on my recovery on the Whoop app. And so I understood once again the importance of handwriting during this time of highly digital tools, AI, notifications, communication, overflowing communication, no matter with whom, with family, with your wife, with customers, with partners, with suppliers. It's just a constant flow of communication that simply never stops. So as much as we can, we should not forget to handwrite daily. Doesn't even matter what it is. Just put down your thoughts, write whatever comes up to your mind, write about your day, write about how you feel, write about your accomplishments, write about your to-dos. Do it by hand, slow down, think about what you're writing, and just see how much it's going to impact your life.